Hello, this is Bakimunida with a third tutorial on how to play the orcs for Dawn of War 3. Okay, to basically play the orcs, you want to build orc boys, 2 Gretchen and another orc. And for Space Marines, I tend to build a third orc boy squad at the end. With your first Gretchen squad, you want to capture a forward listening post and then send your orc boys there to defend it. With your next 2 Gretchen squads, you want to take the left and right listening posts. They're usually quite safe. They're quite vulnerable to assault marines, but they're usually quite safe in the early game. Moving on, I just keep rallying orc boys to the same place, as I find this game can snowball very quickly, so you want to win every fight and you don't want to lose any squads. Once you capture a point, you want to click the orange diamond, which will get you requisition, which is your main form of money. You need power to upgrade those, and then you need requisition to upgrade the power. So at the start, you want to just get a lot of requisition just so you can have a reasonable amount of army. And then when you want to tech up, you'll start building the power. After your listening post is completed, you will build a barracks, or boys' hut as they call it. And basically I'm just moving around looking for openings, and I'm reasonably happy and I'm deciding to tech up a bit, so I'm starting to build generators on my listening posts. Your main base, you should number that 6. Well, you can number it whatever number, but I like to have my first numbers 1, 2, and 3 as my army hotkeys. To number a building, you just hold control and then click the number you want, so that you can click that number just to reference it later in the battle, and so you don't have to look. I kind of botched that up because I wanted to leave 1 orc boy to capture that, but my mouse drag just caught the last one slightly, so that was unfortunate. But I guess it makes it easier to defend. When you're battling, just move 1 orc boy to each Space Marine squad to tie them up. You roughly want 75% melee with the orcs, so I've went through 3 orc boys and then some shooter boys. Once my boys hut finishes, I'll number that 5, just so you can build without going back to your base. So I've just clicked 5 and another shooter boy squad, or you can go back and click it as well. Be wary of heavy bolter. New heavy bolter squad just came out and it shreds the orcs. The orcs have very light armor, so anything with high DPS you need to melee immediately. I think the orcs' weaknesses are definitely AoE, and a lot of the heroes, elites, have a lot of powerful AoE that can really punish you for clumping up your units. So I've started losing too much melee units, and that's why I just buy some more orc boys. You kind of want to eliminate squads so they can't keep reinforcing, and they kind of heal around their barracks as well, so you don't really want to fight here too long. But since I have most of the map, I'm just trying to pressure him. to build a WA banner, it's 75 power, 75 resource, and this is the orcs' main form of teching up. They don't, with the other races, you would upgrade your main base to get to tier 2, but to get to tier 2 with the orcs, you just have to get WA banners. They need 5 in all to be maxed, but with one WA banner, you can get the second barracks type thing that allows you to buy leader boys and trucks. Also, the WA banners generate scrap, which is very useful for upgrading your units. A WA banner also has an ability that allows you to basically power up your orc units called the WA. But I think we're trading evenly at the minute, but since I have a slight economic edge, I'm just basically doing the war of attrition and trading with him. Once you generate your elite points, you can get your weird boy. He has pretty good abilities. With his Q, he can do like a giant flamer. With his W, he can teleport onto a squad and do massive AoE. And with his E, he chucks like a giant bit of junk at shooting squads. I would tend to use Q then E first, and he has quite light armor, so you would save your W for the end just so you can get out and go back to your barracks or your main base to heal up. I also like to power up his spell shield, which you can do by taking this scrap here at the WA banner. Also, destroyed buildings and vehicles also give you scrap as well. But as you can see, it gives him quite a large health increase. And it's quite handy just to give him all the scrap since he's one of the main damage dealers. And then I'm just building a balanced army again and fighting. But heroes are incredibly strong in this game. As you can see, he just wiped out my whole squad in one go. And I wiped out half of his squad. And there's his W command that can just do mass AoE. Luckily there's no friendly fire, so you can just cast your spells and it won't kill your own units. There's the E command, which is pretty strong. And then I'm just going to recover him again. But the librarians, very strong. I actually think orcs suffer a bit from the elder, as I find the elder heroes probably the best in this game, as they're the fastest and they can sort of get away and they do masses of damage as well. So with the first WoW banner, I can buy the bigger boys hut with W, and that allows me to get looters and trucks. They're pretty handy. Then I can keep on building more WoW banners. This is the scrap shield, but I just use it as a healing mechanic for him. Each orc boy squad can take one bit of scrap, but I'm just gonna give it all to my weird boy since he's my main damage dealer. I find if you lose your heroes, it can really turn the tide, so you really don't want to lose them. And anytime you see a hero, you're likely to just move away because they can do so much AoE damage. But that's my W, then Q, and then E combo. when you get, I think it's 3 wall banners, you can buy knobs, and they're much more durable and won't die to spells this quickly. The game seems to have like escalation phases, which I think probably speed up the resource, but I'm not entirely sure. The truck has a Q command where you can launch your units, so I'm just going to launch my weird boy back just so he can heal again with the pieces of scrap. And they also have a reverse command by clicking R just to micro them back efficiently. But this one librarian has killed like 100 orcs or something like that. He's so hard to kill. He's killed the truck and everything. After that, I'm gonna get some unit upgrades because I feel like my guys are dying too quickly. So I want the health upgrade and the pile of guns. And I'm gonna buy some looters as well. When the unit's upgraded, they'll go a bit redder in the avatar. So I'm basically just using my weird boy to do mass damage, and he's probably going to do the same. That's what leader boys look like when they're upgraded. As you can see, they're quite high in the DPS, but they'll still die really quickly. And then I'm just going back to heal again. If you're versus the Elder, they probably won't let you heal this much, since they can just chase you down with their fleet of foot. I finally got 3 wall banners, so I'm able to get knobs, which are like bigger, powerful orcs that don't die to librarian spells so easily. Trucks are very light to transport, so they die very quickly as well. And I'm just building a balanced army each time of melee and attack, and using the weird boy to cast spells on them. But that's roughly it. It's just really a war of attrition. But that's basically my guide for 1v1. He actually gives up quite soon. I think once I finally kill his hero is when he gives up. But if you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and enjoy. Pretty sure he gives up anytime now. I'll just wait for it before ending the video. Yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching and enjoy.